Hello all, welcome to the Mastering Up YouTube channel. So today in Foundations in Plant Physiology and Anatomy, we will be discussing about the plant cell structure. So this class is basically about the introduction to plant cell structure. Let's look deep into that. So first of all, introduction to plant cell structure. It is the foundation of plant biology. Now, when we start to study some basic things, we have to know what is that thing. So we need to start from the basics. Okay. So before starting plant cell structure, we have to know what is plant cell, and before that we need to know what is cell. So let's look what is cell. So the cell is the smallest unit of living thing. It is the basic building block of all living organisms. So basically all living organism is made up of cell. Here you can see I have put two different cells for you to look at them. We will be discussing about the differentiations between plant and animal cell in the coming classes, but for now, for your observation and all, I just kept two different cells of plant and animal cell, diagrammatic representation of a plant and animal cell. Here you can see the difference in the cell organelles present in both of them, the size of some of the cell organelles, and the structure and shape of the cell. Okay, so here we have plant cell and animal cell. Okay, and you know what is cell. The cell is the smallest unit of living thing, and it is the basic building block of all living organism. So basically all living organism, me, you, animals, plants, everything is made up of cell. Now let's discuss what is plant cell. Here there is a detailed structure of a plant cell. We will discuss it in coming classes. So discuss in this class itself. Okay, so what is plant cell? Here you can see the definition: the fundamental unit of plant life with specialized organelles to perform essential function. This is the definition of a plant cell. Okay, it is a fundamental unit of plant life. Basically, what is cell? Cell is the fundamental unit of all living organism. And what is plant cell? It is the fundamental unit of plant life with specialized organelles to perform essential functions. So plants have basically different types of physiological functions happening in them. So here it has specialized organelles. Plant cells have specialized organelles to perform the essential functions. You can call it as organelles or organelles based on your convenience. Okay. Importance. What is the importance of plant cell? Why we need plant cells? Okay, so this plant cell forms the basis of all plant tissues and organs. Okay, so you know, cells together make tissues together make organs, and organs together make organisms. Okay, so this is the what the step by step building structure of a living thing. And next is, it enables the plant to perform different physiological activities like photosynthesis, respiration and all, and also maintain its plant's anatomy. That is the maintain structure and adapt to the environment. So the cells enable plants to perform photosynthesis, maintain structure and adapt to the environment. Not only photosynthesis but also different physiological functions. So here we are seeing photosynthesis because plants have specialized organelles to perform this photosynthesis. So the general characteristics of plant cells. Plant cells have some general characteristics. Let's look deep into that. So basically plant cells are eukaryotic in nature. There are different types of organisms, are mainly classified into two types: prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay. So we will discuss those things. Let me just give you a brief introduction, just an introduction to what is eukaryote and what is prokaryotes. So basically prokaryotes are single-celled organisms and eukaryotes are multicellular organisms. So plants are multicellular organisms. They have the eukaryotes have a nuclear bound. The nucleus is bound by a nuclear membrane, but prokaryote, they don't have a nuclear membrane around their nucleus and all. So there are some basic differences between these two, but just these are the main basic difference. Okay, other differences are also there, but this is the main difference you have to know because for your coming classes. So eukaryotic in nature. The general characteristics of plant cells. First, eukaryotic in nature. So the plant cells have a true nucleus. Okay, so there is a true nucleus and a membrane bound organelle is present. So all the organelles are bounded by a membrane in plant cell and they have a true defined nucleus. So in prokaryotes, the organelles are not bound by membrane or all. So they are just free floating. they are not bounded by a membrane. Okay, now fixed shape. Plant cells have a fixed shape. Typically they are rectangular due to the rigid cell wall. Cell wall is present. Okay, in animal cell, cell wall is absent, but in plant cell wall is present. So this cell wall that is covering the plant, the cell wall thing, that is a this cell wall, it is made up of non-living matter, so that's why it is rigid. Okay, so this cell wall is rigid, that's why the plant have a defined structure, defined shape, that is they are typically rectangular in shape. Okay, now next, large size, larger than most animal cells to accommodate their specialized function. Plants have many specialized functions. Plants perform many things in their internal in their internal structure. They do many physiological activities. For that, to accommodate those, to carry on those specialized functions, they need specialized organs. So to accommodate all those specialized organs, they need a larger size. So this plant cell is larger than most of the animal cells. Okay, now next. So here is the diagram of the plant cell. Uh, let's look some of the structure. Let me tell you that outer layer we have a cell wall, then we have cell membrane is present. So here cell wall, green color cell wall is there, then cell membrane, this one, the cell membrane is there. Then we have cytoplasm, the liquid inside the cell. We have a large vacuole, we have nucleus, nuclear pore is there, nucleus is there, nuclear envelope is there, the liquid inside the nucleus, nucleosome is there. These all things, nucleolus, nucleosome, nuclear envelope and nuclear pore, they all together make the nucleus. I already told you cell wall is there. Then we have plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata, these connects two cells. We will discuss that in coming slides. We have Golgi apparatus, we have vesicles, we have peroxisomes, chloroplast is there. Chloroplast, I think you know, this helps in photosynthesis. We have ribosomes, we have rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So these all things, we have a large, I told you, central vacuole is there. So this is the major structure of a plant cell. Okay, we will discuss some of the major organelles also. So the key components of plant cells. What are the key components that are present in a plant cell? There is a section of that cell wall that we just need to know what is the cell wall. Okay, so it is made up of cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin, and it provides mechanical strength and prevents cell bursting due to water intake. So this cell wall, basically what this provides the mechanical strength and prevent the cell wall from bursting. Okay, the cell wall gives the mechanical strength to the plant cell and is made up of cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. Next we have cell membrane is also there, but now the major key components, now next is plasma membrane. So what is plasma membrane? Plasma membrane is a phospholipid bilayer that regulates the movement of the substance. Okay, so the plasma membrane is a phospholipid bilayer that is inside the cell membrane. We have a phospholipid bilayer that regulates the movement of substances within the cells. Now next is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, you can see here the liquid inside the cell. It's a gel-like substance where organelles are suspended and facilitate cellular or processes. Okay. Now ribosomes. What are ribosomes? It's the site of protein synthesis. In other class and all, we will know how these proteins helps in our production of the characteristics and all, basic characteristics and all. Protein helps in many other ways also. We will discuss it in coming classes. So here just let's know what are ribosomes. Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. It's very important function. You will be asked it in many higher classes and all, examinations and all. What are ribosomes? Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. It is found in cytoplasm or attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is also a major question. You will be asked where ribosomes are attached. Is it attached to a rough endoplasmic reticulum or smooth one? So ribosomes are attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and it is the site of protein synthesis. Now we have nucleus. Nucleus contains the genetic material. So these all things, ribosomes, nucleus, these all things, they helps in the genetic conversion of the genetic material into characters and all. That is another thing that are present in the biotechnology sense of views and all. Okay, so let's know that nucleus contains genetic material, DNA or RNA, and DNA or RNA both. controls cell activities. This nucleus controls, nucleus is like the brain of a cell. Okay, so the nucleus controls cell activities, growth and reproduction and all. Now mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of cell. So this is also basically an important question. What is the power, which cell organelle is called the powerhouse of cell? So that is mitochondria. Okay, and it produces ATP through respirations. So this what photosynthesis along with respiration, it produces, as a result of both of this, produces ATP, which is called the energy. So ATP is the energy and it is produced by in mitochondria, which is known as the powerhouse of cell. And now we have some specialized organelles unique to plant cells only. Some of these organelles, they are only present in plant cell. Okay, the plant cells have some special organelles that is specifically found only in plant cells. So these organelles are only found in plant cells. We have chloroplast. It contains chlorophyll for photosynthesis and converts solar energy into chemical energy, that is glucose. Okay, so the chloroplast is the major cell organelle that is responsible for the photosynthesis, because this chloroplast contains chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll helps to absorb the light and convert it into chemical energy. So this one converts solar energy into chemical energy, that is glucose. Now we have a large central vacuole is there. We have to look it through microscope to get the view. Otherwise, let me give you the diagram. Let me show you the structure of central vacuole. It is a central vacuole. Okay. Okay, so there is a large central vacuole. Animal cell also have a vacuole, but it is not large. Okay, so the only plant cells, it is a specialized organelle in plant cell. Plant cell have a large central vacuole. So it stores water, iron and waste and maintains the cell pressure, turgor for a structural support. So this central vacuole is present for a structure. It present that it stores water, ions and waste. Also, it maintains the cell's pressure for the structural support. If central vacuole will not be present, cell may burst out, and this organelles will just dispersed in the medium. Now we have plasmodesmata. They are microscopic channels connecting adjacent cells for communication and nutrient transport. I already told you, plasmodesmata connects adjacent cells for nutrient transport and communications and all. Now we have other cell organelles. They are present both in plant and animal cells, but let's just discuss endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, it is of two types: smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. So I just asked you a question. Ribosomes are present in which endoplasmic reticulum? It is in rough endoplasmic reticulum. You can see these red dots, they are ribosomes, and just see this, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is around this nucleus, nuclear aid, nuclear membrane. So there are rough endoplasmic reticulum present in it. So the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they synthesize lipids and detoxifies harmful substances. And the rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is stuffed with ribosomes. So this rough endoplasmic reticulum is stuffed with ribosomes for protein production. Now next is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus, it's also coiled structure. So it modifies, sorts and packages proteins and lipids for transport. So it is basically a packing organ. So it organelle. So it modifies, it sorts and it packages the proteins and lipid for transport. Okay, within the cell. Now we have peroxisomes. It breaks down fatty acid and detoxify harmful byproducts. Now let's look at the structural and functional comparison between plant and animal cell. I told you some of these organelles are present in only plant cells and they are absent in animal cells. There is a difference between the structure of some of the organelles in plant and animal cells. So this is a table here. Okay, so there is a table here. We can just look at the cell wall. Okay, so first we have plant cell and animal cell. Cell wall, I already told you, it's only present in plant cell and absent in animal cell. Chloroplast only present in plant cell for photosynthesis, and cell wall for structural support, and this chloroplast is absent in animal cell. We have centriole. Centriole is only present in animal cell and it is absent in plant cell. Lysosomes are rarely present in plant cell and frequently present in animal cell. And we have vacuole. I already told you it is large central vacuole is present in plant cell, and small scattered vacuoles are present in animal cell. So animals basically have number of more vacuoles, but plant cell have a single large central vacuole. So here there is a structure of two of these cells, that is plant and animal cell. You can clearly see the structural difference between two. Just look into those organs present in them. Okay, so here we can see difference between the number. We can see there is a central vacuole present in a plant cell, but it is clearly absent in animal cell, and the other plasmodesmata that is not present in plant cell and all. Okay, so now let's look. Here different structures are present. There is a difference between those two structures. Now let's see why should we study the structure of plant cells. So for understanding life, basically first to understand the life. Plant cells are essential for understanding the plant growth and reproduction. If we have to know how these plants are growing and how these plants are reproducing, we have to know the basic fundamental structural unit of plants. So what is that? That is basically plant cell. Now the applications. There are different applications for the study of plant structure. First is agriculture. In agriculture, we need to study about the plant structure for the crop improvement, in biotechnology for genetic modifications and all, and in environmental science for carbon capture and storage, etc. Now let's look what all we studied, the key points to recap about this whole presentation. First, plant cells have a unique structure like cell wall and chloroplast. So they have different, I already told you in a chart. There are different structures that are present only in plant cells and they are absent in animal cell. Also, there is a difference in the structural form of some organelles like vacuole in plant and animal cells. So they perform functions like photosynthesis and storage. So there are some of those structural organelles. Some of those organelles, they helps in performing photosynthesis and they store, transport, etc. Okay, so that was all with the our introduction to plant cell structure. So let's just again look at the difference of this plant and animal cell. Here you can see, let's look into the plant cell basically. Okay, so I told you it is a rectangular shape. Here 3D form of rectangular shape. So here you like a cuboid or something, but they have angles. Okay, so they are not, they have curves and all, they are not an angular thing or something. It is a living thing, that it is a stuck part of a living thing. So they won't be like a corners and all, they are rounded. Okay, leave it. Now we have chloroplast. This one we will be studying about the detail about the structure of chloroplast in the photosynthesis classes, but now on, just look into those structures. Here we have a central vacuole, but in animal cell this vacuole will be scattered. The number of vacuoles will be scattered in the animal cell here, but here we have a large central vacuole. We have Golgi apparatus, we have vesicles. Here this structure coming out, it is called plasmodesmata. We have a cell wall. So what are things that are only present in plant cell? That is plasmodesmata, cell wall, chloroplast, large central vacuole and all. Okay, so that is all with the structure of plant cell. We know why we need to study about the plant cell, and key points we have recapped it. So that's all with our topic of introduction to plant cell structure. If you have any doubts, you can just ask in the comment section, and just look at the table and all that I have given to differentiate between the sum of the structure present in plant and animal cell. In the coming classes, we will be studying in detail about the difference between plant and animal cell. Okay, that's all with the presentation. Thank you.